What's up, guys? Another quick video for Black and Blue TV. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the content, as I'll be coming out with more playoff reviews as we're rounding up week 2 of the NFL playoffs in the divisional round. Now, just in about an hour, maybe 15 minutes, the Dallas Cowboys will step into Levi Stadium and play the San Francisco 49ers. Now, earlier I did the Cowboys key players and keys to victory. So now I'm going to talk about the Niners. First thing is they need consistent play out of Brock Purdy. As I was stating before, if the Cowboys defensive line can get to him early and rattle him, I think it will be curtains for the Niners. However, Brock Purdy is going to have to depend on that run game. Now, you have dynamic backs such as Christian McCaffrey, you have Elijah Mitchell, but also, too, you have a hybrid player in Deebo Samuel. And I think that the Niners are going to have to give Deebo Samuel at least 10 to 15 touches. McCaffrey is going to have to have at least 15 touches, and maybe Elijah Mitchell 10. Because what that is going to do, that's going to manipulate the defense to key in on those key players. And now you have Brandon Ayuk and also Jennings at the receiver realm, who would actually eat off of the benefit of the run and the key in of Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey. Now, with the Niners offensive line, which is pretty good, I must say, beginning with Trent Williams, who's actually turned his career around, being with the Commanders and being known for maybe that player that couldn't make it. But now he's actually on a team where, he's definitely benefiting from the scheme. He is a great lineman in the run and also in pass protection as well. I think that Trent Williams has definitely turned his career around simply because he has been able to get plugged into that system and do pretty well. He's going to be blocking Purdy's backside of the offense, since Purdy's a right-handed thrower. And I think that's key. Also, too, if Dallas is able to move guys around, I think that won't be a problem for Trent Williams because, considering the fact that he did come from Washington, he is still a seasoned veteran, and he's been playing pretty good this season. I cannot lie. Also for the offensive side of the ball, can't get my words today, but for the offense, George Kittle, he's going to have to play the best game of his life here, because I think that the Cowboys are going to key in on Deebo and on Christian McCaffrey. Now with Kittle, he can definitely stretch the defense, but also, like I said before, these tight ends, are getting a lot of their yardage in between the numbers in the intermediate part of the field. Now, I heard that Jaron Kearse will be probably matched up against Kittle, and Jaron Kearse is great at covering, but, Kearse, he has a little nagging injury, and I think that it's either his right leg or his right ankle or so forth, but he's still going to play. If San Fran can exploit that, I think it's going to be a long day for the Cowboys if they're not able to get to the quarterback. And also, too, if Brock Purdy could, build a rhythm during that first half. Because I think that's going to play into the second half if he's not able to build that rhythm, which will allow the Cowboys to pin their ears back and go after the quarterback and pretty much headhunt. In order for the Niners to neutralize that, they must be highly dependent on the run game and not go away from it. There are a lot of teams that are good running teams, but they have went away from the run, and it's kind of cost them. For the whole season, this is the Niners' bread and butter, to run the football, get timely first downs, keep the chains short, second and short, third and short, be able to convert those, and also to give that defense a rest. And, with Brock Purdy these past 6 games, I will give him credit. He has been playing well. Now, last week he didn't play so well in the first half, but in the second half he was able to turn it up. He was able to make plays when he needed to. And, outside of the pocket, he's very deadly, I will say. And, with those receivers being able to capitalize off that weak Seattle secondary, maybe they can do the same thing again with the Cowboys, with the exception that they do need to implement the run more often. I did have my prediction as the Cowboys winning 31-28, but if San Fran is able to run the ball, I think they will dominate the game. And they could win either 24-10, 24-17, and so forth. Because this game is going to be predicated upon possessions. Who's going to get more possessions than the other team? And in playoff football, that's what it comes down to. Now, with those possessions, you have to capitalize off of them. So for the Niners, they can't go 3-and-out in Dallas's territory. They're going to have to get some points off of the board because their defense is good enough to carry the game. If the Niners defense is able to, confuse Dak Prescott, make him uncomfortable in the pocket, even though Dak can scramble, but, Dallas's offensive line is kind of banged up. Even though they got Tyron Smith back and they got Tyler Smith back, we just lost Jason Peters, with a hip injury, and he's actually inactive today. So when you have those facets, the Niners can be able to really neutralize that offensive line of Dallas. And on top of that, as I said in my previous video, the Niners are the #1 team against the run on first down, the pass on first down, the run on second down, and the pass on second down, which are very key downs for the Cowboys, because if the Cowboys get into 3rd and long, it's going to be very difficult for them to win this game. So the Niners do have a standing chance. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm super excited for it. I hope that the NFL gives us what we want, a good competitive, divisional game to, bring back the rivalry. Over the years, the San Francisco and Dallas Cowboys rivalry has been kind of stale to the point where it's non-existent. But I think with this divisional game, it's definitely going to propel, future matchups to come between these two teams. And furthermore, for the Niners, I'd also like to point out that Kyle Shanahan, he cannot play around this game. All the trickery and all these other things. No, he's going to have to keep it basic to where, Brock Purdy is able to read the defense. He's able to make quick throws. And, if he's able to make those quick throws, he can then get into a rhythm. And then he'll be able to, highlight the certain receivers that he wants to get the ball to, such as like a Christian McCaffrey on like a little slant route or a little not a go route, but a drag route. Shanahan is really good at utilizing the players and getting them into open space, even on the intermediate routes. Last week against Seattle, where they had a trips right formation, it was like a trips bunch formation. They had Kittle, they had McCaffrey and Debo all on the same side of the field, but it created a one-on-one matchup opportunity for Ayuk or Jennings. And, that's something that the Cowboys are going to have to stay away from, because if the Cowboys get caught in that, I think San Francisco can run away with this game. But that's my synopsis on the keys to victory for San Fran. Guys, please be on the lookout for more videos to come, including playoff football. I will be doing my AFC and NFC championship review. And also, I'm going to highlight some key trends in the NFL next week, such as how, Brady Ball has ruined the NFL. The master of the check down is just an ongoing trend, which I think is depleting the game. But I'm not going to get into that now. But be on the lookout for that next week. All right, guys?